Hello, welcome back to my channel. I'm so pleased to be able to share with you a new journal I've made. This one here is the first one for this year. I've been doing a lot of stitching lately, but I so enjoyed making this and I was missing my journals. This one here has a doily closure that's removable. I made this out of a Reader's Digest book. And let's get into it. On the cover here, see the little doilies just covers the spine a little bit. I used a upholstery fabric to attach the cover to the back and to make the spine. So on the cover here, I have a little embroidered piece that I did. I use my stamps for my junk journaling. I use them as my pattern and I just embroider them. A little piece of my tatting on there and some lace. This, I think it was a drapery. I got at Value Village. The material on it is what I used to cover the back. I even sewed into this book. I think I need to change my needle because I had a hard time sewing through the cover, and it usually goes through like butter. So here we go. It's got two signatures, and I sewed them in using a 5-hole pamphlet stitch. And you can see on the inside, there's the upholstery fabric. I just sewed it, well, I used a little bit of fabric tack, I think. No, I didn't. It's been just sewn onto the cover. And this way it holds the two covers together and gives me a spine. So this is I think it was a tablecloth. So I made a pocket out of that. And this is a little scrappy notepad in this pocket. And the Tim Holtz pins. They're hard to get off unless that's why I put this little charm on, so I'd be able to pull it off. So that's in there. And everything in here is I made with paper. Either book pages or paper I've acquired from the thrift stores. So this is a little envelope. And that's a little tag I made. It's got a little lace in there, book page, and that little fella. I was trying to make like old-fashioned cards. He was in a book. So that just tucks in there. And then the back is a pocket. And there's that book again. It had Dean Martin in there. So that's a little tag I made out of a book page. And then this was a vellum little envelope, and I just stuck something to write on in there. And then interesting papers I found at Value Village or been gifted. People don't write letters anymore, so now this is a make. I made this envelope out of wallpaper. So this opens up here, and a little picture just showing what can be stored in there. And clipped on there, a little decoration with lace and sewing. That's a little sticker. Now this is some of the paper I like to decorate with: napkins, stamping, distressing. There's a little crocheted heart I did. And I'm just trying to learn how to crochet, so I'm doing a few doilies on my own by following YouTubers. And this is a little notepad. And this is on the top. It's a piece of paper I decorated and stamped, and it goes on there. And this little one I put on with the brad, just to hold things. Oops. Let's just make sure it stays up there while I turn the page. I made this out of scrapbook paper and washi tape. And it's a bookmark, so it can go throughout the book anywhere you want it to go. And an envelope decorated with this is the napkins on a dictionary page. A little butterfly there. And there's a pocket here. Photo can be put in there. This came out of a journaling book with prompts, things to journal about. Oh, I'm having a hard time here. Pretty sure there's a page in there. There it is. And this is the middle of the signature. This is a beer can cap with a brad, and this opens up. It's a inner office envelope. And then in this part I got a little book page, did some stenciling, and there's room to journal on this side. And just interesting little bits from scrap paper and book pages. That goes in there, and then tucks under here a little bit, and that swivels over. Just interesting pages. There's a few more things. There's a little tag I made out of my dictionary page, embossed, and paper on the back and sewed around. And that's a little Tim Holtz character. Now this was some labels, and once I finished with the labels, this was sticky, so I put it on a book page. Just makes it interesting. There's still room on the back here to journal it a little bit too. And the dictionary page with the napkin decoration, I put it on the back as a pocket. And this is some paper that I like to I use my distress oxides to color and stamp on it. That's a little book page sewn around. Just makes an interesting little space to write. And then there's another pocket with a tag. Oops. I'll go a little faster here. There's some book pages. That's just a little tuck spot. Oh, and this is free motion. I tried my hand at free motion stitching with the sewing machine, where you put your feed dogs down, and I just put some fabric as if they were flowers in a pot, and then used the sewing machine to free motion. So that's a little spot to journal. That's the back of that page that I did. And this is an envelope decorated with a book page, no, I think that's the dictionary page with a napkin on it. And I put the back, the opening of the envelope in the back here, so it's a tuck spot. So I needed a slot in the front to be able to get something in here. And there's a little tag, a little bit of my tatting on the top. Oh, it's so fun. Most of this stuff I'm showing you here, I've pulled out of my stash to decorate this. That's an envelope, yep. So it's so fun to pull out things and put them in for decoration. There's a little, a friend of mine used to own a gift shop, so she gave me all her receipt pads and a receipt pad, and I've put it in there. And then there's a letter paper tucked in there. Oh, I think that got sewn through when I sewed the signature in, but that's okay. And then there's the end of this signature and the beginning of the next one. This is a decorated envelope, junk mail envelope. There's a little, it's a scrapbook paper. I've decorated it a little bit. Put some tea dye paper in, so there's a journaling spot. And this is another, I really enjoy taking just a plain sheet of paper and decorating it, collaging it, and then using it as a book page. And the back is I scanned one of my tea dye papers. This envelope is from packaging paper. I made it, so it's got a little sticker on the back that you can open, and then you can store something in there, a photo or, yep, so that goes on there. Down a bit. And I had to order a few writing papers on Amazon because you can't find writing paper in the thrift stores anymore. There's the cover of this book, or the spine of this book. I made it into a bookmark, and I've used the same upholstery fabric as the spine, and a little lace on the page. There's some more just plain papers. There's another envelope. I think this one's glued right down. Yeah, it's up like a pocket envelope. A little decoration. And oh, when I do my cutting of paper, I like to use the leftovers. This is a hanging file folder. So I die cut something out of here and then put a book page in the back with some vellum and a button on the top, just for decoration. Makes a cute little tag. Now this, oh, this is a tuck, and another one of the free motion, and then this is a vellum butterfly, so I had to sew it on. You can't glue these things on because they won't stick. So I glued it so that this was a nice little closure for this. This was done on my jelly plate. Nice little, I call it like pressing. Yep, there I use leaves and weeds, basically. That was fun. That was a few years ago. So I scan it. I kept the original so I can scan it and use the papers in my journals. This was a notepad from the Dollarama. So I distress it, color it. This is a piece of fabric on the top, so it goes over. And it's got packaging paper on the back so you can journal on it. Oh, this is cute. You're going to like this. I can't remember where I saw this, but each one of these little pieces of paper is smaller than the other, and it opens up so that you can journal. Each one is a little bigger paper to journal on, and they all get glued on top of each other. How cute is that, eh? Yep, there's and then the last one is quite large. And that goes in that. Oh, and I started making my own little whale tail tabs that are smaller They're just circles and you snip out the side. How cute are they, eh? And then that's a die cut with a little bit of ribbon on there for interest. A little piece of vellum with poem on it as a flip up. There's the signature. A couple little charms. Oh, I forgot to show you this one. And this one here. Oh, another one of those book pages I tried to make into it like an old photo. That goes in there. And like a coin envelope made out of packing paper. I love using packing paper. And then this was a coin envelope out of scrapbook paper. And I got the little Brad in there. So it comes out of here. Maybe a photo can go in there. Or just put a little tab on there. Little envelope. That'll keep the envelope closed. I think we're getting towards the end here. Lots of writing spaces in here. There's another little tag I made. I think that was all stamped. Yep. That's a book page, like at one of the front pages that's kind of antique looking out of an old book. And I've decorated it, sewed around it. And this is the back of that envelope. A little embossed piece of paper. Just makes interest, eh? Oh, and this is a deed for land of my great-grandfather's. I have all kinds of old papers, so I scanned this. And this, you know, I just use it as I need it. Just to decorate the back of that envelope a bit. There's the back of the book. How lovely that upholstery fabric is on a book. That's embossed and waxed hanging file folder with some tea-dyed paper there. So that is my newest journal. And I put a little bit of ribbon there too. Because the edge of I tried to color it, but it didn't look as nice. This is going to hold up beautifully. And I hope you enjoyed that flip through. Have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye-bye.